My name is Jerry. My amateur radio call sign N7LMV, November 7, Lima, Michael, Victoria. And the items that I'm using to get this program running is an Acer Aspire 5720Z running Windows 7 Home Premium. I'm also using a Yaesu FT950 HF transceiver. My antenna is a half-wave dipole at about 25 feet. I'm using a Rig Blaster Plus for my interface. What I'm going to do is show you how to download, install, set up, and use a program called Winlink Express. Winlink Express was formerly called Winlink 2000 and RMS Express. What is Winlink Express? Winlink Express is an emergency way of sending and receiving emails when the internet is down or you do not have internet in your area. We will do this by using a transceiver. This could be a VHF UHF transceiver, or it could be an HF transceiver like my Yaesu FT950, and your HF radio must be capable of sending and receiving in upper sideband mode. You can still use the Winlink program even when the internet is working. Two things that you're going to need to install the Winlink Express program is NetFrameworks 3.5. Regardless if you have NetFrameworks 4.0 or above installed, you will still need to install NetFrameworks 3.5. The other programs that you may wish to use is WinRAR or 7-Zip to uncompress the files that we are going to download. The things that we are going to need to make the Winlink program work is a computer with a Windows operating system installed, the Winlink Express program installed, a program called It's HF Propagation installed for HF communication, which is what we're going to be doing. You will need to have an interface to key the radio. You will need cables for the interface to go to the computer, and you will need cables to go from your radio to your computer. You will need to get audio from your radio to your computer. One way is by using the headphone jack on the radio, but if you use this method, you will not be able to hear the audio from the radio speaker. The other option, which most radios have, looks like this on like my radio, my Yaesu FT950. It has a place on the back that says RTTY/PKT for packet, or it might even say data. And the cable that I use to get the audio from my radio to my computer looks like this. This here goes to the back of the radio, and this goes to my mic input on my computer. Okay, if you're I'm using a Rig Blaster Plus made by West Mountain Radio. It's a nice little device, and the cable that I use for that looks like this here. This goes from the back of the Rig Blaster Plus, and this goes to an available USB port. Now, if your radio is capable of cat control, which is this area right here, you will need a cable for that to go from your radio to your computer. And mine looks like this. My cable is by RT System. This connects to the back of my Yaesu FT950, and this thing goes to an available USB port. Okay, now that we discussed some of the items that we're using and the cables that we'll need, let's go get the programs. So search the web with Google. You're going to type in Winlink Express, download. And you're going to search. And these are the results. I'll zoom in so you can see. This is the place that you need to go to get your program, to download the Winlink Express current production. Now I'm going to explain to you, sometimes this website does not work when you go to download the program. Just give it a couple of hours or a day or two and it will have it back up and running. And I'll show you where to get it once you get to the page. I do recommend that you read all the information on the first page. It tells you what system requirements and what the Winlink Express includes, and you're going to go all the way down to where you see download. So you should click on this here and it will bring up your zip file that you need to install. But I keep getting an error 2524. So it says error 524. But it's alright, I already got it on my computer, so that will save us a little time. And now the next item that we're going to go get is called It's HF Propagation. So you type in It's, that's ITS, HF, Propagation Download. Here it is. Now I know it says Windows 32-bit, but it will work on a 64-bit computer because I did put it on my other computer, and this is the site. So we'll click on that. It is very important that you read all of this information because there are some warnings. But you're going to go to the area where it says version 05.0119W. It was made in February of 2008. So we'll click on it. And it too is a zip file. The file that we're going to download is called itshbc_080.121.zip. This is where WinRAR or 7-zip comes. Now you can open with your archiver if you have it already on your computer, or you can save the file. I prefer to save my file so that I can put it on a thumb drive. I've already got it on my computer, so let's go unzip the files. The first area that we're going to unzip is the Winlink Express file. So this is what we're going to uncompress. I'm going to double click it. The screen is going to go black for a few seconds. It's just asking me to install. So bear with me. It's asking if I want to install. Yes, I do. Okay, we're going to leave this at default. And notice it says C:\RMS Express, not Winlink Express. That's okay, we'll go next. We're going to leave this at default. We'll go next. And we do want to create a desktop, so click your mouse on it and put a check mark in there and go next. And now we'll install. Okay, now it's asking if I want to launch the Winlink Express program. No, I do not, because I want to install the itshf program. So let's go uncompress that. And this is what it shows. So I'm going to double click on that and it's going to go black again for a few seconds. I'm going to click yes. We're going to go next. We're going to go next. We're going to go I agree. We want to leave this alone. We want to make sure there's a check mark in desktop and go install. Okay, now it's asking to show the README file. I don't need that. Neither do you. We'll go finish. Okay, here's our two programs. Winlink Express and its HF Express. I'm sorry, its HF Propagation. Now, its HF Propagation works with Winlink Express to help generate the channel selection. And I'll show you what that's all about. So we're going to click only on Winlink Express. And these are the fields that you need to put in. So put in your call sign. It says the first time that you run this here, you're not supposed to put a password in. They will send you a temporary password that you can change at a later date or a later time. I've already registered my call sign, so I'm going to put mine in. Then it's going to ask for a call sign suffix. That could be like -10, -2, -5. I leave it blank. Now they want a recovery password. So put in your password recovery email. Mine's in 7lnv@hotmail.com. Okay, now down here in the auxiliary call sign and tactical addresses, leave that blank. The next thing it wants is your grid square. So put in your correct grid square or get as close as possible. If you don't know what your grid square is, you can go to qrz.com. So we'll go to qrz.com. You will probably have to sign in, put in your call sign, and then go search. Okay, in the detail area, click once on that and scroll down until you see grid square. So write down your grid square and put that in here. Okay, the next thing that it's asking for is a Winlink Express registration key. Just leave that blank. Now you have the option of filling all this out. Now we're going to come down here. We want to leave the service code at public, just as it was at default. And we want to leave all this over here alone. Don't change any of this. Once you do that, click Update. It's going to ask you for a Winlink Express registration key. Just wait for it to come up. Remind me later. Click that. Okay. Now by default, it should come up with Telnet Winlink here. And since we're in this area, let's show you how to set up a message to go out. So we'll go New Message, and in the To area you can put in anybody's email address. You can put anyone's email address, regardless if they have a ham operator license or not, and they can send to you without having a license. So I'm just going to put in my email address. Make sure it's right. And you have a carbon copy, meaning you can send to more than one person. And you have your regular subject. We'll go Telnet message. And you can attach PDFs. You can attach pictures. You can attach select templates, pre-made forms and stuff like that there. And then you got your main body, which is this area right here. You can type in your message. this is what it looks like. Now, the from should be your call sign, and you need to send as a Winlink message. So now that you have all that information correct, you do need to post Outbox. I'm going to show you what this looks like. If you do not post your message to Outbox, it will not go out. So make sure you click on Post to Outbox, and now you will see one outgoing message. Now, how do you get that message out? Well, we're on Telnet Winlink, and we do have internet here. So we're going to open the session, and we're going to go Start. Okay, it sent the message, and now it's going to disconnect if I don't have any incoming messages, which I don't. So now we can close this out, and now you can see the inbox has nothing, one message sent. So let's go check my email and see what the message looks like. And there's my message. And this is my email address for winlink.org, n7lmb@winlink.org. And here's the message. And it says, hello from Jerry using Telnet. And then it says this message was sent from an amateur radio account. And when you get your first email, you can read the rest. Now, if I reply, I can just strictly go straight to the area and send it as long as I want, as much as I want. But I'm going to discard because I'm going to show you how you would do it if you're not going to reply. So I'm going to go New Message. I'm going to go who it's to. It's going to be to n7lmv@winlink.org. And in the add subject, you must, and I do repeat, you must add / WL2K before your message. And then you can put your message here. And now I'm going to send. But remember the / WL2K. Okay, now we'll get out of this. And now we're going to go set up the HF portion of this here. Now when you come here where it says Telnet, you will see there's an arrow pointing down. This here is showing all the available modes that you can send. You got Packet Winlink, Pactor Winlink, Robust Packet Winlink, Winmore Winlink. Now the Winmore Winlink is the one that we're interested in. So I'm going to go to Winmore Winlink, and we do have to open session. Okay, now this is the virtual TNC, or the TNC that the program is using. It's asking you for a Winmore capture device. This is the audio coming from your radio to your computer. So I'm gonna pick the microphone high definition audio device. And now this is the Winmore playback device. This is the audio coming from your computer headphone jack. And I'm going to click on that. Now it will be different for you. Now it's asking for a virtual TNC host address. Everything should be set correctly, but should be 127.0.0.1. Your virtual TNC command port 8500. Your inbound session bandwidth should be 500 Hertz, and your drive level should be 90. I'm going to zoom in so you can see this. So the only thing that you really should be worried about setting up is your WinMore capture device and your WinMore playback device. Once you get all that correct, just click update. This will disappear, and 2 or 3 windows will open up. One's going to be a registration. Just go remind me later. Okay, this is your WinMore sound card TNC. Right now it says we're disconnected. The TCP should be green. The capture OK. The receive audio should be either at the top of the blue line or at least up here. And the channel should be clear. This is receive frames. This is people sending information. It's saying he's sending in 2CAR 4FSK FEC data. And then that's what it would look like. And then it will say acknowledge or request again or repeat. And this here is your transmission being transmitted to the connected station. So it will say connecting to, acknowledging, request again, and disconnecting, which will be your ID in Morse code. Okay, now we're going to come here. Now we got to go set up the radio for HF. We're going to do that by going to Settings, Radio Setup. It's asking you to select your radio model, and there's many to choose from. Mine is the Yaesu FT950, so I'm going to scroll down until I see Yaesu FT950. Here it is. Okay, now it's asking you to put a dot in the USB, which is upper sideband mode. If you're on VHF or UHF, it will be FM. Now it wants your radio control port. This is your CAT cable coming from your radio to your computer, so you need to know what COM port it is. And this is your push to talk, which would be my Rig Blaster Plus. If you do not know what these are, you can always go down here to the Start menu, click once on it, click on Control Panel, go to System, go to Device Manager, let it generate, come down to Ports, COM, and LPT. It says I have 2 COM ports. I know my prolific USB to serial COM port is on COM 7. That will be my push to talk. And I know that my USB serial port on COM 8 is my rig control cable. So I'll write that down and get out of here. So my rig control is on COM 8. You do got to know what baud rate you have it set at. Mine's at 4800. It does have to know if you want to enable the RTS or the DTR. I do, so it's checked and checked. And now my COM port for the push to talk is on COM 7. And I know that's also at 4800. And I know I have to enable the RTS and enable the DTR. I'm going to click update, and these windows will go away and come right back. Now it's going to ask me to register my device. We'll let it happen. Okay, it says I'm using the Yaesu FT950 on COM 9, FT950 on COM 8 at 4800 baud, and it's ready. Okay, now we're going to go get the channel selection. I'm going to leave the internet on because it's going to automatically update by internet. And as you can see, all of these here are all white, but that will change once it's done downloading. Now it says not responding, don't worry about it. It's just downloading the channel records from the Winlink database. So I'm going to pause this here so that we can save some time. Okay, this took about 2.5 to 3 minutes to download. Now this is all based off of your grid square that you put in. It's showing you the best stations to connect to. And here's the call sign, the frequency, the mode that they're going to be transmitting in, their grid square. It's a public group. This is their distance in kilometers based off of your grid square. Their bearing in degrees, the path reliability, the path quality. Now as you go down, it's going to change colors. See, it says now yellow, green, yellow, yellow. These are pretty fairly good stations that you can connect to. But if it's red and yellow, you probably will not get them. And if it's red, red, it will not be probably possible. So just scroll up to all the green ones. Okay, now I'm going to turn on my video for my camera. Okay, I'm on 40 meters. So I'm tuned up on 40 meters. You want to make sure you're tuned up. Click a station that is on the frequency that you're nearest tuned to. So I'm going to click N0DAJ. Now my radio should automatically change frequency because I am using a cat cable. If not, if it doesn't change, it will when I click select. So I'm going to click N0DAJ. Okay, I got to click select. Okay, I guess I'm already on the frequency. Yeah, I'm already on the frequency. Okay, so it says I'm on 7.101.500, which is what I'm at. Okay, it says the channel is clear. So now how do I send my message? I'm going to click start. Okay, it says I'm connected to Winlink RMS N0DAJ. And you can hear what it sounds like. I'm going to stop my end as far as the noise. Okay, it says he's in Wickenburg, Arizona. Here he's sending in 2-car 4 FSK. And here it says I'm acknowledging. And it says I have 311 minutes remaining with N0DAJ. And this is what I'm sending. 2-car 4 FSK. And he acknowledged. I'm going to pause this here for a moment. Okay, it says I have one email from n7lmb@hotmail.com. I'll pause it again. Okay, he was way too weak, so it did not actually get my message. So we got disconnected. So let's take advantage of that. I'm going to pause this. Okay, I just closed out the Winlink. So let's send a message and we'll use a different station. So we're going to go message, new message. I'm going to send it to me. And I'm going to put in a picture, pic of my PUP pup. And now we're going to go to attach. I was watching a video the other day, a couple of them, by K4REF, Rick. He has great videos on how to use Winlink Express and FL Digi. He said if you want to make an attachment, just click on attach, add, and we'll pick this one and go open. Now it says it's way over the kilobytes that you should be sending. So Rick says go to edit and resize, and we can pick what we want to send. He says you got to click on crop, and then you got to read this information. I'll show you how to do it. So we'll go OK. We're going to click on the picture, and it's going to change colors, and we're going to pick the area that we want. And then we got to click crop again, and this is our new picture. But we still need to resize it. It's right now at 111.7 kilobytes. Let's make it like 3 kilobytes. We got to click change size, click save, and save changes. And then we can exit out of this. Okay, there's our picture, and now we can type what we want. And then we got a post outbox, and there's our outbox. Now we're going to go back to Winlink. We got to open the session. Since N0DAJ was really weak, we'll pick another one. So let's pick W85TED. He's on the same frequency. We'll click that, click select, and we're going to click start. Okay, it says we're connecting now to WA5TED. He's 855 kilometers. I acknowledged. And since I did not get my message from N0DAJ, it will probably come from WA5TED. Okay, it says I have 1,440 minutes remaining. He's in Lubbock County. He's much better than what N0DAJ was. And I'm going to pause this. Okay, now that I'm sending, this line will go up, and it looks like we're at 371 baud per minute. I'm going to pause again. We're actually at 1,085 baud per minute, so not bad. And you do want to make sure that your ALC is not overdriven. Okay, this said completed send a message. Okay, now it's disconnecting. And we are disconnected. That took 12 minutes to do. Now you got to remember, this was all because we're going through HF, and it's got to acknowledge both back and forth to make sure it got all the information. So let's get out of this. We'll close out. I guess there was no incoming message. So now we're going to close out of this, and we're going to go to my email again. Go to inbox, and here's our message. Let's preview it. A little small, but that was at 3 or 4K, so you can send. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something from this video. Have a good time with HF email. Bye.